Every blues song tells a story of grief and sadness and broken hearts. Every blues song is written so the listener feels the emotion, the sense of loneliness, the quiet contemplation of a man or a woman wondering if they will ever find happiness. Jazz. It's like a fast break on the basketball court. Looks like chaos, but when it's played right, it grooves and dances and makes your feet tap and your hips wiggle. The voices that sing jazz and the blues must be flexible, must express emotion with crystal clarity, must groove with the music. Nobody, and I mean nobody, vocalized jazz and the blues with all the right moves better than Ella Fitzgerald.
Every time you hear a singer delivering the sweet sounds of jazz music with its shifting melodies, lightning-fast movements, and breathtaking depth of emotion, you can be sure the roots of that music travel back in time to the voice and the heart of Ella Fitzgerald. For nearly 60 years, every note Ella delivered into a microphone took us into the hard-scrabble life of a teenager in Harlem. Ella's voice was an instrument as lovely as a clarinet and as powerful as a saxophone.
To hear her voice, this voice is an instrument from God, you know, and just the levels that it would just lilt. And I always thought, okay, I'm going to sing like Miss Ella Fitzgerald, you know. So that's when I really appreciated it, you know, for the full value of Ella and just the serenity and the calmness and the just the smoothness of her voice and how she phrases.
From her earliest days as an infant in Newport News, Virginia, Ella's life was filled with music. As Ella grew into a young woman, America was beginning to experience a new age of music. Sprung from the multicultural depths of old New Orleans, the blues and jazz had made its way up to Harlem, a vibrant African-American community in the heart of New York City. Ella devoured the scene, entering singing contests, playing in clubs, putting herself in the center of this new music renaissance. More and more people began to take notice of her voice, her durability. She could sing for great lengths of time and still sound strong.
It almost takes you to another level of serenity, you know, to just kind of escape in the words and with Ella's version of Summertime, her phrasing is so exquisite. One of these mornings, and her voice just soars, you know, and it's like you can just see this line, like this bird, this line just floating. And that's what her voice does to me. It just makes me float. It's like you float into this serene space where you just listen to this effortless singing.
From the time she released her first successful recording in 1936 to her final Grammy-winning recording in 1989, Ella was never afraid to innovate. She invented entire styles of music, composed best-selling songs, took jazz and blues to a higher level of sophistication, and ultimately transcended the culture of Harlem and the Black experience to earn the love and respect of all American audiences. In doing so, this humble girl from Newport News won 13 Grammy Awards, the 1979 Kennedy Center Award for Lifetime Achievement, and she won the National Medal of Arts from Presidents Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan. Her voice still reverberates throughout the world of jazz and blues music and was a powerful bridge in the cultural gap between Caucasian and African Americans.
Music itself is universal. When you hear her voice and you hear the way she interprets a line or a melodic phrase, you don't see color. And I think that's, you know, what makes the music so universal, and that's what makes it bring people together, because it's just the beauty of this song.
Ella Fitzgerald was not just a great voice. Like jazz and the blues, she was an American original. It's no surprise that she often said, "I sing like I feel."